Hey everyone, and welcome. Let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking the core concepts of modern software development. But, instead of wading through dry technical manuals, we're actually going to explore the mechanics of DevOps through a fun little tech fable. It's kind of like a superhero story, but for software. So let's dive right in and see how this narrative really frames the way modern development actually gets done.
Okay, Section 1. Welcome to Software City.
So picture this. Imagine a bustling, vibrant hub called Software City. This is a place literally dedicated entirely to creating the systems that power our digital world. And keeping all this complex infrastructure running are two completely distinct, highly vital superhero teams. Now, they are absolutely the lifeblood of the city, but here's the catch. Structurally speaking, they are completely set up to clash.
Which brings us to Section 2, the Dev versus Ops divide.
All right, so here we see the structural friction that's just baked right into Software City. On one side, you've got the dev team, the developers. Their primary mission, build apps, write code, and push those shiny new changes out into the world as fast as possible. But on the exact opposite side, we have the ops team, operations. They are focused entirely on stability. They want to ensure servers absolutely do not crash and that the current system remains completely reliable. So you can see the issue, right? One team's entire goal is to change things, and the other team's goal is to prevent things from breaking. And man, this leads to an inevitable, frustrating bottleneck. The dev team, they just want to ship their hard work immediately. They're shouting, "Hey, we finished the app. Let's launch it right now." But the ops team, they're super cautious about the system's overall health, so they immediately hit the brakes. They're like, "Whoa, wait, it's not stable. The server might crash." Because they operate in these isolated silos, their ultimate goals are just constantly at odds with each other.
Now, the fallout of this ongoing argument is actually pretty severe, because literally, every launch turns into a massive turf war. Apps end up launching way late. And because they aren't actively communicating about their different environments, nasty bugs just slip right through the cracks. And the ultimate consequence of all this? The end users suffer. The creators and the maintainers just simply cannot get on the same page.
Moving into Section 3, the DevOps revolution.
So eventually, a wise engineer steps back, takes a good hard look at this chaotic, siloed environment, and asks a deceptively simple question. Instead of working completely separately, why not just work together? I mean, why maintain this artificial wall when both of these teams ultimately serve the exact same user?
And honestly, just like that, a massive paradigm shift occurs. Dev and Ops decide to just drop the wall between them and become a single, unified super team. And this new alliance, it becomes known as DevOps. By mashing up their titles, they combine their missions, and it creates a complete cultural reset for the entire city. It's a real game changer.
So what actual tactical changes happen the moment they join forces? Well, first, they start planning together. No more just tossing code over a brick wall and hoping for the best. Second, they start utilizing automation tools to eliminate all that manual, error-prone grunt work. Third, because of that automation, they can now test software incredibly quickly, which means they catch bugs super early. And fourth, when things do inevitably go wrong, because, hey, it's tech, they fix problems so much faster, because everyone finally shares the exact same context.
Let's look at Section 4, the great pizza analogy.
To really wrap our heads around this, think about making and delivering a pizza. The dev team, they're the chefs. They're totally focused on perfecting the recipe and baking that pizza to absolute perfection. The ops team is your delivery driver, right? They're responsible for navigating crazy traffic to bring that pizza safely to the customer's door. Now, if the chefs just blindly throw a pizza in a box without ever coordinating with the driver, the customer is going to get a cold, ruined dinner. But DevOps? DevOps means the chefs and the drivers actually synchronize their schedules. They coordinate the exact baking times with the delivery routes. The result? The customer gets a super high-quality, piping hot product significantly faster.
Which brings us to our final part, Section 5, what DevOps actually means.
Once this unified, synchronized approach is adopted, the results in Software City are just undeniable. Through pure alignment and smart automation, apps are suddenly being released way faster. Because they're testing so early, way fewer errors are happening out in the wild. And most importantly, the customers are finally happy. All that previous tension is completely replaced by this smooth, continuous flow of value, which perfectly captures the whole shebang. Dev plus ops equals DevOps.
So, stripping away the fable for a second, here is the real foundational takeaway you should remember. DevOps is a specific way of working where developers and operations teams work together using automation to build, test, and deliver software quickly and reliably. It's not just a set of tools, it's a fundamental culture of collaboration. It's designed to completely break down those old walls and just get really high-quality work out the door safely and efficiently. As we wrap up this explainer today, I really want to leave you with a final thought. We've seen how bridging that gap between creation and delivery absolutely transformed our hypothetical city. So ask yourself right now, how can you apply this exact DevOps mindset, this focus on unity and automation, to solve the really stubborn bottlenecks in your own daily workflows? Where are the invisible walls in your office that you're just tossing your work over? Finding those answers might just be the very first step toward building your own super team. Thanks so much for joining me to explore this today, and I'll catch you next time.